Look at this footage. You know what it's missing? Juice. This was pointed out to me, so I made it today's mission to make my game extra juicy. Before that though, a quick recap on what I added between last devlog and this one.
Link in the description. It's pretty cool.
I built a level system that uses Godot's resources for really easy level-specific information. It could probably break incredibly easily with the way I implemented it, but hey, it works. And I also built a few test levels. I designed a few of the Spring World's enemies, as you can see, such as the porcupines, the chickens, and the frogs. My favorite is Mr. Mo, who throws these rocks at you. I also created a few stage hazards, such as these balloons, mushroom springs, and rotating platforms. Finally, I copy and pasted the dialogue system from the old Squirrel season. It's a little messy, but it works for my needs, and that's all that matters. Anyways, after I finished my test level, I came to the realization that the game looked very unpolished. I got a little discouraged knowing my pixel art was very mediocre, but I reminded myself I'm still a beginner and worked hard at adding much needed juice. First, I added some nice juicy screen shakes for certain events like being hit. Anyways, sound effects. Sound made the game much more satisfying, and I messed around with random pitch changes so they wouldn't get repetitive. Although I should probably change the shooting sound. My friend even composed some music for me, and it's quite catchy, so shout out to One Wet Ya for that. I went back to reanalyze the Super Cattails art style, and realized I had understood it incorrectly. Neutronize does use some shading, unlike my original assumption that the colors were completely flat. With my new knowledge, updating the art was the priority, so I went back and added some detail. Now I spent a very long time trying to make my art pop, but I realized that with the color palette I chose, I wouldn't be able to replicate the art style I wanted. To be honest, this ended up being a blessing because I got to develop my own art style that I quite enjoy. I worked on my tile sets, my backgrounds, my enemy animations, everything. And the finished product, while still a little amateurish, makes me super proud. It has its own kind of charm to it. I talked to my computer teacher about Squirrel Season, and he let me show it to the class. Not only was it hilarious, but I also got some ideas as to what needed to be added to the game. Checkpoints were the most requested feature from my class, followed by keybinds, so I finally made a settings menu, which in my humble opinion looks super cool. There's sections for display, audio, keyboard, controller, and I was able to bring Igor back into the game. I'll end the video with footage of the entire test level so you can see the juice in action. Before that though, I'd like to thank you for watching this far. Comment #hazelnut so I know you made it to the end, and don't forget to add any feedback or suggestions. Now if you're interested, here's the entire test level.